Today we're going to learn how to multiply decimals. Eden is making a large jump rope by tying smaller ropes together. She is using 4 different small ropes. If each rope is 3 6/10 feet long, what will be the total length of the large jump rope? So I know that I'm repeating 3 6/10 4 times. So I know my equation is going to be 3 6/10 times 4. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to solve this. The first is by using unit form. So here I can write 3 6/10 as 36/10. I see that 4 is the same as 4 ones. So now I'm just going to multiply the numbers as if they were whole numbers. 4 times 6 is 24. So I'm going to write the 4 here. And, sorry, I know that's blurry. Carry over the 2. Now that I've carried over the 2, I'm going to multiply the ones place times the tens place. So 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to add the number I carried over. So 12 plus 2 is 14. So I'm going to write 144. But now I need to multiply my place values. Tenths times ones, that's the same. And I'm just going to write it here so you can see as 0 1/10 times 1. That's not blurry. Okay. 0 1/10 times 1, I know is 0 1/10. So I know that tenths times ones is tenths. So our answer could be or is 144 tenths, but I'm going to write this in standard form, which just means just using regular numbers and digits. To do this, I'm going to make sure that my last digit, the 4, is in the tenths place. So I'm going to put my 4 here. To put it in the tenths place, I need to make sure my decimal point is right next to it, to the left of it. And then I still have 14 ones left over. So my answer is 14 4/10. Another way we can do this is by using the area model. To do this, we're going to write 3 6/10 in expanded form. We can do that here by writing 3 ones plus 6/10. Now that I've written in expanded form, I'm going to draw the box below it because I'm finding what 3 6/10 times 4 is. Wherever there's an addition sign, I'm going to draw my line to separate the box. And then I'm multiplying by 4 ones. So 4 ones will go here. Now, I'm basically just finding the area of each of these squares. So to do that, I'm going to multiply what's on top times what's the number to the left. 3 ones times 4 ones is 12. And 1 times 1 is 1. So that's 12 ones. Now let's do the same here. 6 times 4 is 24. Tenths times ones is tenths. Just like we did right here. Tenths times ones is tenths. Now I'm going to add these 2 together to figure out the area of this entire rectangle, which is what we're doing by using the area model. 12 ones can be written as 12 plus 24 tenths. Let me think. I need to put the 4 in the tenths place because I'm talking about tenths. And that means I have 2 ones left over. 12 plus 2 4/10 equals 14 4/10, which is the same number I got here. So my answer to the length of the large jump rope will be 14 4/10 feet. Now let's move on to the next question. Emanuel buys 5 gumballs. Each gumball costs 25 cents. How much money does Emanuel spend on gumballs? So let's see, he's buying 5 of them, and each one is 25 cents. So I know that I need to be multiplying, sorry, it's blurry, multiplying these two numbers together. 5 times 25 cents, or 25 hundredths. Let's start by using the unit form. I usually try to use the number that has the most digits on top so that I just have to multiply by 1 digit on the bottom. So 25 hundredths can be written in unit form as 25 and then spelling out the word hundredths, just like we did with tenths. There we go. And then we're multiplying by 5, which is in the ones place. So times 5 ones. We're going to multiply this together. We're going to start by multiplying the one place in the ones place and the digit in the ones place. So 5 times 5 is 25. So here's our 5. We're going to carry that 2 up just like we did in the problem before. Now 5 times 2 is 10, plus the 2 at the top is 12. So we have 125, and now we're going to multiply hundredths, which is 0.01, times the ones place, which is just 1. Hundredths times 1 is hundredths. So right now this is written in unit form. I'm going to write this in standard form like I did in the problem before. Hundredths means that this last digit here is going to be in the hundredths place. So I need to make sure that 5 is in the hundredths place. If I put the 5 here in the hundredths, that means the 2 is in the tenths. Now I need my decimal, and we have 1 left over. 125 hundredths equals 1 and 25 hundredths. Now let's try using the area model like we did up here. We're going to start by taking our number that has the most digits. I'm sorry, it's not always the larger number. And we're going to expand this as far as it goes. So we see that we have 2 tenths plus 5 hundredths. Draw my rectangle. And we're multiplying it by 5 ones. Draw a line where that addition sign is to separate the 2 boxes. So let's see. Trying to find the area of this square here, we're going to look up. This is 2 tenths times 5 ones. 2 times 5 is 10. Tenths times 1 is tenths, just like we did just like we did up here. Tenths times ones is tenths. Now here, 5 times 5 is 25. Hundredths times ones is hundredths. Just like we did here, hundredths times 1, hundredths times 1 is hundredths. So now I'm going to add these 2 numbers together, but I'm going to use standard form. So 10 tenths. Oh, I know 10 tenths is the same as 1 whole. And 25 hundredths can be written as 0 and 25 hundredths. When I add this together, my answer is 1 and 25 hundredths. So Emanuel spends $1.25 on gumballs. Last one. Landon weighs his Naruto manga collection. He has 6 books that each weigh 853,000 grams. How much do all 6 books weigh together? So I see that he has 6 books, and each one weighs 853,000 grams. So I know I'm multiplying here. So I'm going to do 6 times 853 thousandths.